Welcome to the Hands-on Films After Effects tutorial, and this one is about basic movement and keyframing and motion. So to begin, I've got After Effects open, and I'm going to get a new composition. I'm doing an HD composition just because it looks great. And so to start with, I could move anything. I could move a picture or text. I'm going to use text just because it's easy. I don't have to import anything extra. I get that little text thing and click anywhere on the screen and type. I'm typing hello for this one. And line. And there's a couple ways I could enlarge this. I want it a little bigger. I could grab one of the edges holding down shift and just kind of expand it out if I can get one of those things like that. That's one way. Or I can drill down over here to transform and then to scale it this way. That kind of scales it uniformly because these things are linked. That thing links and unlinks them. Anyway, so I'll go a little bigger. That looks about right. Now I'm going to center it. I can either just click and drag in the middle, move it around, or I can use these numbers or by typing in numbers if I am getting all mathematic on things. So this is going to be a simple and stop in the middle, and it'll probably take about 1 second to do that. So to do this, you kind of have to work backwards. You start by putting what's called a keyframe at the end of your animation, at the end of that movement. So that's going to be about 1 second. So I move this little ruler bar here to 1 second. I click this little clock that's to the left of position, and that puts a keyframe in, or that kind of, it does two things. It puts a keyframe, and it says that I'm kind of enabling keyframing for position. Boom. Now that's enabled. I don't need to click that anymore. From now on, I can either click this or just type in a number. So I've got the endpoint in the center at 1 second. Now I want to go to time 0 to the beginning of the animation, and I'm just going to slide this number here in position left, sliding it left out of the frame, out of the video. Notice that I just have to change the numbers. I just have to slide it. I don't have to go mess with this keyframe thing over here. If I did click that, it would erase everything I just did. So here we have, I'm going to composition, preview, RAM preview. This basically loads the animation in the RAM so I can watch it at real time. To do this, I'm going to shorten down the length of my viewing space here. You can see it's kind of long, so I'm going to move this to about 2 seconds. Then it doesn't have to render tons. Composition, preview, RAM preview. So it'll look kind of shaky here at first. There it is. So it just comes in from the left and stops. Kind of blah. But, you know, cool, but blah. So first thing to make it look better is, I think there's a bunch of ways to do this, but I'm going to right click on the far right frame, the end point, the end keyframe here, far right keyframe. Go to Keyframe Assistance, Easy Ease In. This automatically creates a more gentle entry of that object. It makes it's mathematics. It's like motion over time, and you can see. I'll show you this graph here. This is the graph editor because I want to make it. So here's what it looks like. You can see it's a little smoother as it comes in at the end. It slows down a bit. Slows down. A little more organic, a little more natural looking, but still not quite as much as I want. So to change that, I got to go into this. It kind of changes the look of everything. And I'm going to grab this little point here, this band. It's kind of like how Photoshop works with the pen tool, and I'm going to slide it to the left. Gradual. So if you're into graphs and math, you can see that this is pixels per second on the y-axis and the movement rate over time. And I'm going to actually grab this point and pull it out a bit to like maybe 1 second and 15 frames, so it's a little more gradual as it comes in. kind of round things out a tad. Now if we watch, let it render here, it might take a second. Okay, here we go, it's getting better. It comes in smoother, it's kind of organic because it comes in and it slows down. It looks a little shaky, but that's probably just the recording. So if I want it to look even smoother and cooler, it'll take more computing power, but I'm going to put a motion blur on this, and it's going to make it look more realistic because, you know, like when you wave your hand in front of your face, it blurs. Same way, you know, when if you have ever taken video, you know that if something's moving fast and your shutter speed is too slow, it's going to be blurry. Or if you take a photo in a dark room, it's blurry because the shutter speed's so low. So this kind of adds that blur to make it more realistic. So now if I do composition preview, RAM preview to look at it, it'll load. You can see it's adding kind of this this ghost effect almost, but now when it actually plays, this isn't a perfect render, but you can see it kind of has a more natural look. Let me zoom in here a bit so you can see what it's actually looking like. Hold on. Let's check this out. So yeah, that's the basics. I know you can use your imagination to expand on that. Remember, you've got you can come in from the left or the top or the back, and there's all kinds of things. But that's it for basic movement. Have a great day.